a strained knee, and he's out of the Cowboy lineup. The Oilers offense on the field will work from its 24-yard line. The average length of scoring drive for the Oilers today is 72 yards. They find themselves right now 74 yards away from the Cowboy end zone.
You got to give a lot of credit to that Houston defense. They have shut down Aikman and Emmitt Smith, kept them out of the end zone so far this afternoon.
I should say they're 76 yards away from the Dallas end zone. They need only 3 to take the lead for the first time today. 1st and 10 for the Oilers from the 24. Moon across the middle to Lorenzo White. And White, who's had a good day, out near a first down.
You talked about that wonderful average the Oilers have on first down, where it's over 5 yards per first down that they gain. This is a 10-yarder and a first down.
Out to the 34-yard line. And a first down for Lorenzo White with 9 minutes, 10 seconds to play. Warren Moon, 257 yards in the air on the afternoon. On first down, Moon to Gibbons. And Gibbons has it out to midfield. Robert Williams bumped him out of bounds. If you add in what Warren Moon did in the Canadian Football League to what he has done in the NFL, as he came into this one with close to 26,000 yards passing in the NFL, and you add the two together, you get a professional football mark that has now eclipsed Fran Tarkenton, they tell us. But you don't get to do that, right? Add those two leagues together. I'm asking your opinion over there.
That's a heck of an accomplishment. It's a lot of forward passes, a lot of yards.
I don't know who's behind Tarkenton on that NFL list. He's sitting over here to my right. Here's a little quick hitch, and in a hurry inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. James Washington, Tony Jones with a 20-yard pickup.
Well, when you're 5'7" and 139 pounds, that's 139. You better be fast. Here is Jones, number 82, comes back for this flanker screen. Williams gets out in front, and then all that speed gets him down the sideline. Too fast for his own good.
Kind of ran out of his own shoes there, but he got it to the 28. First down for the Oilers. 7:40 to play in the game, tied at 16. Lorenzo White tries to sweep it on the left side and got to the 25. Pickup of 3, almost 4 for Lorenzo White. We'll call it 2nd and 6. Williams and Jones ran him out of bounds.
Coming into the game, the Oilers anticipated the Cowboys to do a little bit more blitzing than they'd seen in the last couple of weeks, but the Cowboys, in studying what the Redskins did last week and how successful they were in forcing Moon to make the perfect pass, they changed their normal tendencies and have played a lot more zone. In fact, the only couple of times that they have played man-to-man or blitz, Moon has burned them.
They've come up there and tried to show a blitz look a few times, but they've always backed out recently. Moon on second down, incomplete, intended for Haywood Jeffries. The folks in the Astrodome want a pass interference call on Larry Brown, and they don't get it.
I'll tell you what, Larry Brown is playing as good a cornerback position as he could, and now he's hurt and he's coming off the field. Watch this coverage here. Left hand will go out there. The right hand wraps him up, but it's after the ball was already there. We're going to have to check on this injury. If he can't play, then now the starting corners for the Cowboys will be on the sidelines.
And you just can't have your two starters out there in the corners off the field when Warren Moon is on the field. 3rd and 6 for the Oilers at the Dallas 24. Moon goes to Hill. First down for the Oilers. And he went right in that direction. Ray Horton made the tackle, but Drew Hill's got the first down.
Well, Hill is the inside receiver right here, and he goes down and just stops. It's man-to-man coverage across the board for the Cowboys. Ray Horton playing deep. A little late on the coverage.
Kenneth Gant is the guy that's come in to take Larry Brown's spot on the corner. Now Brown's back in there. Brown comes back in to meet Haywood Jeffries there on the left of your screen. First down, Oilers at the Dallas 15. Tied 16-16. Warren Moon got it out to Jones, and a good open field tackle by Manny Hendricks.
You just see Moon. He's been sacked just one time today. Talk about all day to throw. The Cowboy defensive line, they're not even getting any push at all. And you see them walking around out on the field. Every one of them has got their hands on their hips, sucking air.
Only the Redskins have allowed fewer sacks this year than the Oilers.
Well, as a quarterback, I love to see that when I look across the line of scrimmage and see those defensive guys breathing hard. You know they're not going to get any push on this one.
Second down, almost 6 to go for the Oilers. Just outside the Cowboys 10. Lorenzo White, big hole on the right side. And he's going to have it first and goal for Houston at the 4-yard line. Del Rio and Norton finally zeroed in on it, but Lorenzo White's had an excellent half.
Well, all those defensive linemen are getting tired, so what Wanstead is doing now is he took one out. These are 3 down linemen. They have an extra defensive back. Now Moon will count how many guys are in this square. He sees 5. He audibles to the run. It's a counter play to White. Great block on the outside by Munchak, and White takes the ball inside the 5.
Houston keeps putting together good drives and then stalling inside the 5 and having to force field goals. Here they've got it first and goal at the Dallas 4. Lorenzo White, touchdown. And the Oilers lead for the first time this afternoon.
As you notice, the first guy to congratulate Lorenzo White with big number 73, David Williams. He gets a key kick-out block on Tolbert. That opens the way, and White with a walk-in for 6.
65 yards on 10 carries for Lorenzo White, and he caps it with a 4-yard touchdown romp. Del Greco up and through. For the first time this afternoon, the Oilers at home are out in front. 4 minutes and 46 seconds yet to go, but the Oilers now have a touchdown lead.
Houston has the Oilers. The great
A good old-fashioned Texas shootout. For the first time today, 63,001, an Astrodome record to watch their Oilers in front, 23-16. With Dan Fouts, I'm Brad Nessler. We've got a beauty going, and the Cowboys will have another chance to try to send the game to overtime. Plenty of time to work. Another kick that goes out of bounds, and Dallas will start from the 35. The Oilers have 141 yards rushing on the day. Here's how they got the last 4 of those rushing yards.
Well, 2 key blocks. Here's number 66, Dawson. He'll seal the play, and now Williams with the kick-out block, and it's a huge hole on the right side. But it's really a matter of the Cowboys just getting worn down by this run-and-shoot offense of the Oilers.
9 plays, 76 yards, and another 5-minute drive, and you see the time of possession. It's been doubled, it seems, all day long. Intended for Johnston. It's 2nd and 10, Dallas. Troy Aikman trying to take his troops down to tie the ball game up.
Gogan is back in at left guard, but they had to move the rookie Eric Williams over to Nate Newton's spot at right tackle.
2nd and 10 Cowboys. Same play. Johnston's got it this time on a first down. Dallas.
Boy,
Pickup of 11.
How valuable is Daryl Johnston to this offense? As a fullback, he does all those necessary type of things, the down and dirty deal where you kind of block and run the short yardage, lead Emmitt Smith up into the hole. But his pass catching ability could be the difference in whether the Cowboys can go down and get in the end zone.
Boy, and maybe utmost from that 11-yard pickup, the Cowboys took the crowd out of it, at least for a few moments. 1st and 10 Dallas from their own 46. Novacek in motion. Aikman hit as he throws, incomplete. Sean Jones from the backside. Some people are going to be black and blue tomorrow.
You always notice that after a good play by a defensive lineman, they'll look up to the replay board to check out their handiwork. And sometimes the quarterback will take a peek too to see who the guilty party on his side is.
Aikman with some good-looking numbers. Well, right now his team needs a touchdown. 2nd and 10. Draw play. They just won't let Emmitt Smith get loose. They got almost 4, and that's it. Dishman and Lathan are there, and you see the clock in the corner of your screen. The Cowboys trail the Oilers 23-16.
And in talking to Sean Jones about Emmitt Smith and how you defense him, he used that John Wooden terminology, the Wizard of Westwood. You've got to be quick, but don't hurry. In other words, play the gap control defense a little bit more than you're used to. Keep your head on a swivel because Emmitt could be coming your way.
Cowboys have 3rd and 6 at midfield. Aikman goes down.
Fumble. And Childress is laying on it with his back, and Eric Williams will go down there and grab it off his back.
Dallas ball. They're going to blow it dead, but Childress got the sack, and he'll force the fumble. Or rather the punt.
Well, Childress is working head up on Eric Williams. It's a tackle and stunt. There's the shot. Now look at the ball just trickle out. Childress has no idea where it is. That's a heck of a job of Eric Williams ripping it away from Childress.
Boy, that looks like a fumble from that angle.
It was.
Saxon hits it a mile in the air. And did it touch somebody? Bates has it. Dallas ball. Special teams, do you believe the Cowboys today?
Hit one of the blocking backs. Bates picked it up. He cannot advance it, but the Cowboys will take over at about the 10-yard line.
You can't advance that, as Dan said, but still it's going to be 1st and goal.
Cannot advance a muff punt, and that's what it was when it hits one of the blockers for the receiver. Let's check it out. It's a great punt by Saxon because it's real high. It hits number 24, Steve Jackson, on the helmet. Bo Orlando can't get it, and Mr. Special Teams, Bill Bates, picks it up. What a break for Dallas.
And suddenly, with 2:48 to play, the Cowboys have it right at the 10-yard line. Here's another look.
It's going to hit him right on the back of the shoulder there, and you really can't blame him. But when you kick it that high, as Saxon did, that allowed the Cowboys to get down under it, and good things happen.
And we're going to have another look.
But look, there's Gant. He's already down the field, and the ball hasn't even come down yet.
reviewing this one upstairs. I think this is the best angle we've got.
Well, it hits Jackson right there. It just grazes his shoulder pads. And the Cowboys are at the 10-yard line.
First down, Dallas, trailing by a touchdown. Aikman, touchdown to Irvin. And a penalty marker on the celebration. We're an extra point away from another tie.
Well, the one thing as a defensive back you don't want to do in this situation on the field is let the man off inside. Dishman gives the inside to Irvin. Aikman throws a perfect strike, and the Cowboys get a touchdown off the turnover. But you've got to take away the inside as a defensive back and prevent that, because that's the shortest throw and the easiest throw for the quarterback.
An all-important extra point coming up for Ken Willis. He's hit everything the Cowboys have asked him to kick today, and now they're asking him to tie it up at 23, and he does. Michael Irvin, 5 catches for 65 yards on the day, and this obviously is the biggest one of the afternoon. It's 23 apiece in Houston. Packed to the rafters, and what a game we've had. The Cowboys have just scored, and we're tied at 23. Michael Irvin, 6 catches today, and the last one scored 6 for Dallas.
And again, it was a special teams play by the Cowboys that has been the difference, and yet it's still a tie game.
All the Cowboys breaks that they forced on special teams have turned into points, and we've got our 4th tie of the afternoon. Pinkett and Coleman back. Willis kick. Pinkett at the 10. Pinkett across the 30. All the way to the 38-yard line. 28-yard return.
Take a look at the touchdown again. Irvin with 2 steps to the outside, jumps inside, and now Troy Aikman again with the post pattern to Michael Irvin. He did this against the Giants earlier this year. There's the bow and the 5-yard penalty coming right behind it. But that kickoff return by Pinkett is huge. Ball all the way out to the 38-yard line. We've already seen Del Greco convert from 53 away. So the Oilers now, they just need to go about 30 yards to get him within range.
And 235 for Warren Moon's a lifetime. First down, Oilers. Lorenzo White remains a single setback. Moon drops across the middle to Jeffries. Pickup of 7 to the 45. Norton and Del Rio, the linebackers. Stop number 84, who's having a big day. 7th catch of the afternoon for Haywood Jeffries.
And wouldn't it be ironic if they put Del Greco within range to win this one?
Brother.
Last week at this time, he was on his way to Birmingham to start a new job. He saw that Howfield missed one, and he said, wait a minute, maybe I'll give Houston a call.
2-minute warning came before the snap. So we'll see what the Oilers have up their sleeves when we come back. They'll have a 2nd and 3, and we're tied at 23. The newest Houston Oiler, Al Del Greco, just wants a chance to try to win it for the Oilers. Remember what happened to them a week ago against the Redskins. If you missed that one, Ian Howfield, their kicker, missed a 34-yard field goal that would have won the game against the Skins. He was waived on Monday, and in came Del Greco to win the job. And now he might be on the burner here shortly. 2 minutes to play. We're tied at 23. Brad Nessler and Dan Fouts with you, along with 63,001 at the Astrodome. 2nd down along 3 for Warren Moon. Getting some heat from the backside. Got away somehow. incomplete over the middle.
Great job by Moon of avoiding 2 men that time and getting rid of that ball. He realizes that all he has to do is gain 25 yards to put Del Greco at about a 47, 48 yarder. And most kickers will tell you they feel real comfortable there. You go any further out and they get a little edgy.
Right now Moon needs 3 yards. And number 3 waiting for a chance. Here's a gigantic 3rd down for both clubs with 1:55 to play. Warren Moon, deep middle. Drew Hill's got it.
Well, coming in, we knew this was going to be a heck of a shootout between two strong-arm quarterbacks. We've seen Aikman's arm, and now Warren Moon saves his best pass for right now. Watch Drew Hill cut sharply to the inside, and this ball, it just drills him in the chest. Tight coverage by Ray Horton, but watch Moon stay in that pocket knowing that hit's coming from Tony Tolbert. He's going to love that result when he gets up.
Just now got to the sideline. Warren Moon delivers a 22-yard strike. 5th catch for Drew Hill, and 1:36 to go. 2 timeouts left for Houston.
Well, that's the key right now, because the Oilers have a lot of choices now to continue to move the ball closer for their kicker, but they also have to think about taking some time off the clock. We've seen the quick strike ability of the Cowboys and their kick blocking ability as well today.
Do the Oilers get a little more conservative here now, or do they just keep opening it up?
Well, I tell you what thing, they may still throw it, but they will be short passes. Ball control is the important thing now. Take time off the clock and set Del Greco up as close as possible.
At the Dallas 33. 1st down Houston. You see the clock in the corner. 1:36 left. We're tied at 23. Moon again completes it to the 25. And it's Drew Hill, his favorite receiver. I don't know if you can call any of these receivers a favorite of Warren Moon, but that guy's caught more in a Columbia blue uniform than anybody else.
Well, the Cowboys that time, and coming up this time, as Tony Hill comes out, Danny Noonan goes in. They're going to just rush 3 guys at Moon, drop 8, and force Moon to make the perfect pass.
Almost 500 yards for the Oilers in total offense. 2nd down and 2 here. Lorenzo White. That'll be close to a 1st down. Clock under a minute. And the officials will have to take a look at this one, I think. Well, Dallas is going to take a timeout. Now Del Greco has been in town for 6 days. They'll let him stay for 6 years if it comes down to him and he hits the field goal.
Well, the deciding factor in Pardee choosing Del Greco, besides his percentages on long kicks, is that he's a veteran. He's been around. He's had the experience. And this is what happened last week, and this is why Al Del Greco is here. This is with 4 seconds to go in the Washington game. A 33-yarder is missed. The Redskins come back, get an interception, set up Lohmiller for the game winner. But that's why this number 6 is gone, and we got a number 3 in here in Al Del Greco.
And as we talked about earlier, the Oilers protected Teddy Garcia instead of Tony Zendejas in the offseason. Garcia didn't even make it in the World League in the spring, was cut. Zendejas went on to be a star, or is, I should say, with the Rams. And now Del Greco may be the guy that'll come into play here shortly. 3rd down and 1. Houston, the Dallas 24. Lorenzo White, I don't know if he got the 1st down. The Cowboys say no. Kenny Norton, part of a group in on the tackle. And Dallas will take another timeout.
Quickly called that timeout, knowing that the measurement is coming up.
Second one.
But if they do not have enough for the 1st down, we're going to have to bring on the kicker. The other thing you got to remember in the back of your mind, and I'm sure that the special teams people on the Oilers realize that they've had 2 punts blocked today.
Al Del Greco coming out on the field. When he showed up at the Astrodome today, a security guard took him in one of the side doors, and the man there says he doesn't have a pass. The other guy said he's the newest player. The other guard said, is he one of ours? They let him in, and he'll be one of the Oilers in a moment for this whole crowd if he hits a field goal. 23-23. Al Del Greco was about set to go to work in a packaging firm in Birmingham, Alabama this week, and he hit the upright. And we're still tied at 23.
Unreal.
We have had everything today. The Cowboys special teams basically have accounted for all 23 of their points, and the Oilers had done a great job with their kicking game all day, and now lightning has struck twice to the Oilers place kicker.
Well, Del Greco is a very straight kicker. His ball does not hook. He pushes it out to the side, and most of the time sidewinders, this ball will hook into the middle. He hit the upright.
Boy, did he kiss the middle of that upright.
He hit it perfectly, hoping for the hook. The ball stays straight. And Pardee can't believe it. 2 weeks in a row, he's had a kicker in position to win a ball game late in the 4th quarter, and both times they didn't come through.
And the Cowboys take over with 35 seconds left. Aikman across the middle. Michael Irvin heading for the out-of-bounds mark and got there at about the 31-yard line. And we should tell the folks that joined us for that Al Del Greco field goal that he has played extremely well and hit a career-long 52-yarder earlier in this game.
And that was his first attempt of the day. The place went crazy because they've been wanting somebody to put the ball between the uprights. I got a feeling, though, that Del Greco will get another shot at it unless Willis beats him to it.
That could be. The Cowboys have blocked 2 punts today and turned them into points. They also had a punt go off a Houston player. They turned that into a touchdown. They're tied with the Houston Oilers at 23 with less than a half minute to go at the Astrodome in regulation. And Sean Jones has another sack. Boy, he's come up big here in this 4th quarter.
That will snuff out any chance for the Cowboys. With just 25 seconds to go, they're going to have to wait till overtime to get a shot at it, because this is their last timeout.
Jones with another sack, 3rd of the day for the Oilers. And it looks like we'll have some extra time at the Astrodome. 25 seconds left to play.
And in talking to Jones, he knew that Tuanay was hurt with a bad groin. He said, I'm going to test that groin to the outside with speed rushes all day long, and then I'm going to put on my very best move for when we need it most. And I think we just saw it.
Jones came in with over 60 sacks in his career. He had 3.5 on the season coming in, and he's got just about that much today.
And I really owe a lot to Sean Jones, because when he broke my nose in 1987 or 1986, he got me thinking about the LAF part of my life. Life after football.
3rd and 11, Dallas.
The career adjustment.
Aikman still trying to wing it to Irvin again across the middle. Broke 2 tackles. Close to a first down. And the clock working its way down.
The Oilers ought to use a timeout here. It is a first down, so good job by Irvin.
Cowboys with a clock running.
No way of stopping it.
Got it stopped with 1 second left. So we've got 1 play left in regulation.
Now this will be 2 overtimes in a row for the Houston Oilers. Last week, that heartbreaker against the Redskins. And this one, they got to be wondering, what do we have to do to win one of these games? Sometimes there's just a jinx on a certain part of your team. You'll get a lot of injuries to one position, like the 49ers may be thinking that their quarterback position is jinxed. Well, the Oilers have got to be thinking that their place kicking is jinxed.
Saw the defensive coordinator of the Oilers, Jim Eddy, say, don't let anybody catch this and don't have a pass interference. And they broke it up, and it's Dishman. And we'll go to overtime. What a game we've had at the Astrodome. And at the end of 4 quarters, the Cowboys and the Oilers still have not decided this one. And an all-important coin toss coming up. The Oilers looking for their 8th win. The Cowboys looking for their 7th. And remember, the Oilers had an opportunity with 47 seconds left to win it. And this is what happened to Al Del Greco. Right in the middle of the upright. A matter of 2 inches.
If it goes 2 inches to the inside, that ball may have bounced through.
He might get another chance.
Well, if Houston wins this toss, I would bet your mortgage that he will get another chance.
Let's listen in to our referee, Stan Kemp.
Dallas, you will call it in the air. Here we go. Tails is called.
His head. His head. That's head.
You heard the Oilers' response. They'll have it first when we come back. First team to score will win it. And at 23-23, the Oilers will have the first chance.
And that 3-minute break goes by like 20 seconds. There's Tony Fritsch. We talked about some ghosts and some jinxes. Well, this was one of the all-time great kickers for the Houston Oilers, number 16. And he's telling the guy sitting next to him exactly what he would have done. Played with Tony a couple years in San Diego, and he had a real refreshing attitude towards professional football here in America. He says, I kick the ball, I pick up my check.
Willis will tee it up. Pinkett and Coleman back deep for Houston. The Oilers find themselves in their 2nd straight overtime game.
And their record in overtime is not very good. They've had all kinds of trouble winning overtime football games.
They're 4-9 in overtime. Pinkett from the 3. And he got out to about the 23. We understand Mark Rippon's thrown 6 touchdown passes in that game.
That's one shy of the record.
The Saints with their 9th win. Cleveland and Philadelphia, boy, do they have a ball game as the Eagles come back from a big deficit, and another overtime going on in Cincinnati.
A lot more points being scored in the old National Football League lately, huh?
This is the day, I guess, huh?
Bet.
Green Bay gave Buffalo a good one until the end.
Indy wins their first.
Minus Eric Dickerson. Those are the other games just getting underway. Our game far from through. Or one play and it could be through. You never know. We're in overtime. Tied at 23. Warren Moon. Wide open is Drew Hill. And he's got 10 yards or very close to it on the far side. And Warren Moon has thrown for 356 yards. And Drew Hill's caught 7 of those passes today.
And again, the Oilers with a huge success on the first down play. They're averaging over 8.5 yards per first down play. There's the man responsible, Kevin Gilbride.
2nd down and less than a yard for the Oilers, who have almost 500 yards of offense today. Hill in motion. Lorenzo White with a first down. Kenny Norton made the tackle, but White got about 3. Lorenzo White has played the majority, in fact the entirety of the second half, and now into overtime. Alan Pinkett did most of the groundwork for the Oilers in the first half.
And it seems like the Cowboys have been on defense this entire ball game. A lot of long drives for Warren Moon and company.
The football just outside the 37 of the Oilers. There's your clock. That is in the 5th quarter, if you will. We're in overtime. On first down. Little screen to Lorenzo White that never developed. And Ken Norton makes his 2nd straight tackle.
That's a big play by Ken Norton. He read that screen right off the bat, and he came up and wrapped up Lorenzo White. This is a type of the time of game when you start to see a lot of missed tackles. But Norton, one of the better tacklers in the open field, he beats Dawson and gets in on Lorenzo White. This is Dave Wanstead right there. He's earning his money today.
We have had some big-time collisions on this football field today. Houston's had the ball twice as long. Still, they're tied at 23 with the Cowboys. Warren Moon will go down. Russell Maryland chased him down from behind.
Well, that'll be Russell's first NFL sack. And it took him till overtime in his first start to get it.
The #1 draft choice in the NFL.
Well, he's right over the nose. He's fighting off a double team of Dawson and Matthews. Again, it's a coverage sack for the Cowboys. Moon had about 5 seconds to find somebody, but the secondary did a good job allowing Russell to get his first NFL sack.
We talked about how good Houston is with their 3rd down conversions. Here's a big one. 3rd and 12. Again, Drew Hill in motion. Warren Moon with time, running out of time. Finally got rid of it, but it's short of the first down. Jeffries with another catch at the 45, and they're 2 yards or more shy of the first down marker. And here comes the punting unit for the Oilers. And if you're just joining us, they've had 2 punts blocked today by the Cowboys.
Boy, this is real nervous time for everybody here. This huge crowd in the Astrodome. You know, Montgomery's thinking catch it and kick it. 2 blocks in the first quarter, his first 2 punts.
And Montgomery did just get it and get rid of it. Kelvin Martin on the bounce. Got past the first 2 Oilers and gets it out to the 24-yard line. So the Cowboys will indeed have a chance. Sometimes you never get your hands on the football in overtime, but they will have it with 11-12 left in the overtime period, and Troy Aikman will bring out the Dallas offense.
Well, the Oilers offense, they've controlled the ball 2-1 today against the Cowboys, but still that Cowboy defense has done a heck of a job of preventing Warren Moon and those receivers from hitting any bombs. They've really hung in there all day long, and now they've turned it over to Troy Aikman to win it.
Aikman has 1 touchdown pass today. That came with 2:45 to play to Michael Irvin to tie this thing up at 23. Aikman in and out of the hands of the rookie Alvin Harper. Chris Dishman was over there. There's the overtime records. We told you Houston 4-9, and you see what Dallas has done.
Well, then we got to start talking about Ken Willis, Brad, because we mentioned earlier he has a career long of 54 yards, and he hit in the first game against Cleveland this year.
There he is, the Cowboy kicker.
Aikman's got to get about 40 yards to get him within 54 yards.
Right now the Cowboys worried about the 10 yards they've got to pick up. 2nd and 10 Dallas from the 24. Here comes Sean Jones again. Aikman got rid of it, and Novacek made a tough catch out to the 29, but it still will be 3rd and 5.
Now this is a great thing about this system that Norv Turner has brought to the Cowboys, is they've always got a chance. This system spreads the ball out to all 5 receivers, and when you've got a guy, a pivot man like Novacek, very similar to the situation I had in San Diego with Winslow, everything kind of just revolves around that guy that makes the catch over the middle.
Novacek's 4th catch of the day. 3rd and 5 Dallas. Novacek again. And a first down for the Cowboys across the 40. Marcus Robertson made the tackle. You know, we talked to Jay Novacek and said, you seem to have something special with Troy Aikman. He says, well, every time I turn around, I wonder if the ball's on its way, and it's usually hitting me in the hands about right now.
Well, it has to be, because it's a timing system. Aikman goes back 5 steps, a little hitch step, and now Novacek is in the clear, and Troy Aikman gives him a perfect pass.
Novacek with 2 key catches in this drive and 5 for 75 yards on the day. First down Cowboy. Emmitt Smith. He's been bottled up all day. Got what he could, about 3 yards, and then Al Smith ran him out of bounds.
Well, this is what Emmitt can do extremely well. He'll bounce up into the hole, see it be collapsed, and then get to the outside and pick up extra yardage. Good job by Tuanay with the reach block, and now Emmitt follows his fullback Darrell Johnston to the outside, picks up about 4 yards.
And now, Dan, the Cowboys are only about 20 yards away from giving their kicker a chance. We've got 9.5 minutes left in the overtime period. We're tied at 23 at the Astrodome. Second and almost 7 for Dallas. Aikman completes it to Roberts, his other tight end. That's his 2nd catch of the day, and it's good for a first down.
Well, the offensive line has given Troy a lot of time, and now Roberts, the other tight end, will work the crossing route here. This is Novacek. He goes down and across, and all the coverage goes to Jay, and that opens up Roberts man-to-man against Lathan. Or actually, that's Johnny Meads, number 91. A lot of headaches this offense will present to a defense.
1st and 10 Cowboys at the Houston Oilers 48. Aikman completes it again inside the 40, and very close to another first down is Harper. Ken Willis, the Dallas Cowboy kicker. Cowboys have another first down.
Willis has only missed 3 times this year, or actually 5 times. He's perfect today, 3 for 3. But he'd like to get it down another 10, 20 yards, though. This is really stretching it.
The numbers on Troy Aikman. 1st and 10 Cowboys at the Oilers 38. Blitz. Emmitt Smith into the secondary to the 30. He got almost 9. Oilers defense gambled a little bit there, and Emmitt Smith made him pay.
Well, it's a great call by the offensive coordinator, Norv Turner, anticipating that the Oiler defense at this point has to make a play. Here's Norv right here, and he can see that the only way that Houston can stop Dallas is to blitz, try to create a fumble or drop it for a loss. The draw play to Emmitt Smith gained 9 yards. Great call. 9th
play of the drive, and Dallas doing everything right so far on this drive. And the fullback Johnston, I don't think so. Needed a very long yard, and the Oilers defense there to meet him. The clock in the corner, under 7 minutes in the overtime session remaining. 23-23, the Cowboys and the Oilers.
Got to give a lot of credit to that offensive line of the Cowboys. Remember, Nate Newton hurt his knee earlier in this 2nd half, and the rookie Eric Williams has done a super job at right tackle, filling in for him, going against the Oilers' best pass rusher, William Fuller.
Del Greco missed a 41-yard field goal with less than a minute in regulation. And now in overtime, Willis apparently is going to get a chance. 3rd down for the Cowboys. Play fake. Aikman incomplete, intended for Novacek.
We got a flag, though.
And a penalty marker in the secondary.
Somebody grabbed Novacek from behind. It's going to be against Houston.
Jim Eddy says no, it can't be, but it is.
Oh, and the Cowboy fans here in the Dome love it.
William Fuller, the defensive end, apparently got a piece of somebody.
And you wonder if Del Greco's wondering if that job in Birmingham is still open.
Was going to go to work for a packaging firm in Alabama. He could have packaged a win for the Oilers if he wouldn't have hit the upright. And now Dallas trying to work their way down for a field goal attempt to win it. Little draw to Smith. Emmett Smith outside. He lost the ball, and Houston's got it.
Smith just does not lose fumbles. This is the first one in a million years. Ball popped loose by Bo Orlando. Bubba McDowell with the recovery. And what a huge play for the Oilers as Emmitt Smith is taking this ball down inside the 20. Ball knocked loose by Lathan and Bo Orlando. And McDowell gets a huge turnover.
Emmitt Smith has not lost a fumble the last 200 and I believe 80 times, and he's handled the ball as either a receiver or a rusher. He lost the handle on one last week, but a teammate recovered.
But in talking to Jim Eddy about Emmitt Smith, he says the one constant thing about Smith is he carries the ball in his left hand regardless of the running play. That time the ball was in his left hand to the inside where the defenders were, and two of them knocked it away. Who would know that if he holds it in his right hand, the outside hand, if he wouldn't fumble?
281 handles, if you will, as a receiver or a rusher without having the opposition be able to scrape up a loose one, and there it is.
But he fumbled twice against the Cardinals. One went out of bounds, and Michael Irvin recovered the other. But here the ball's in his left hand. Watch Lathan with his left hand bend his arm back. Bo Orlando comes in with the pop, and the ball's loose. Oh, are they happy down there in the bottom of the pile?
The Oilers have it back. We've got 6:08 left in the overtime period. Houston from its own 14. Moon across the middle to Lorenzo White. To the 20, maybe the 21. Jack Del Rio and Tony Tolbert combine on the tackle.
That'll be a chance now for Del Greco. Hopefully he's thinking to put those goat horns away and get that hero's mantle out. Remember, he has already hit a career long today in his first game in many, many months. Cut by the Cardinals earlier this year.
2nd and 4. Over 500 yards in offense for Houston. It's their best output of the season. Warren Moon looking for more, in trouble, and found an open man. Curtis Duncan. First down, Houston.
Well, we talked about how defensive linemen will jump and try to block passes, and yet they'll stop. There you see Maryland go up in the air. He loses his footing and goes down, and that allows Moon to get outside and find an open receiver.
Warren Moon had a 400-yard-plus day against the Jets earlier this season. He's got 370 today. First and 10 for the Oilers. Under 5 minutes remaining in the overtime. Tied at 23. Lorenzo White again. It continues to get him about 6 yards, Dan.
Well, there are a lot of Cowboys going to sleep real well tonight on that defensive side of the ball.
I think you and I are going to sleep pretty well. Jack Pardee hoping that it can't happen twice in 2 weeks. A loss last week to the Redskins in OT. Jim Jeffcoat's about out of gas. And a lot of of the Cowboys defensive players should be. They've been out there the majority of the game. Second down and 4. Houston. Moon out again to Duncan. First down, Houston. 12-yard pass play. Under 4 minutes. If you're just joining us, the Cowboys special teams blocked 2 punts, recovered another punt on a muff and turned them into points. And now Warren Moon with 388 yards trying to take it down the field against a tired Dallas defense. Ernest Givens, the motion man. And Moon goes complete to the 37-yard line. And now the Oilers are closing in on where they need to be. Drew Hill shaken up after the catch.
Well, Hill is the inside receiver here. And again, the Cowboys in a soft zone. Brown a little bit late from the outside. Williams a little bit late from the inside. But these guys are getting worn out. There's just not any pressure on Warren Moon.
The golf coming up after this ball game, if it ever ends. It's got to end pretty soon. We've got only 3:02 left in the overtime session. Amoco Centel Championship final round coverage next on CBS Sports. What a game we've had with Dan Fouts. I'm Brad Nessler at the Astrodome, where the Oilers are closing in on being able to give their kicker a chance to win this game in overtime. First and 10 at the Dallas 37. Warren Moon's hit his last 10 passes. He's hit his last 11 passes. Coleman knocked out by Norton.
And the clock becomes a factor now. But the Oilers have 2 timeouts. Their allotment in overtime. But at the 26-25 yard line here, we got about a 42-43 yarder for Del Greco, which is just about the distance that he had last attempt when he hit the upright.
Two coaches almost worn out as well. First down. 11 straight for Moon. 12 straight for Moon. Not much of a gain, but they continue to throw over the middle to Lorenzo White, and Jack Del Rio right there to meet him again. Pickup of about 3.
And we talked about the critics of this run and shoot offense and how when they get down inside the 5-yard line, goal line situations, how much difficulty they have in scoring. But you've got to give a lot of credit to this system for its ability to move the ball in a big hurry. Moon has hit 12 in a row, did you say?
That's right.
Offensive line doing a super job. They're a little worn out as well. Munchak playing with a bad knee. Maggs has got 2 bad elbows. Dawson's got the flu. Just a heck of a game all the way around.
We've had everything, including 2 2-minute warnings. One of the best in the business dejected on the sideline because he gave the ball up a few minutes ago.
Well, it's Lamar Lathan, 57, and then Bubba McDowell will fall on this one after Bo Orlando helps out Lathan. McDowell with his 3rd fumble recovery of the year, and none will be bigger than that one probably for his entire career.
After Emmett Smith's fumble, the Oilers took over at their own 14. They've now driven it to the Dallas 22 with 2 minutes left in overtime, and a 23-23 draw so far. It's 2nd and 7 for the Oilers. Warren Moon, 425 yards passing on the day. And if Givens hold on to that, he did. A shoestring catch by Ernest Givens at the 15-yard line.
A great catch and a great throw by Moon. Moon had a cornerback on a blitz. I believe it's Robert Williams, 23, right in his face. The ball is low, but watch this grab. fingers underneath. Ball didn't even come close to hitting the turf.
Boy, what a great catch.
You bet.
And a first down at the 15-yard line. Remember, the Oilers lost last week to the Redskins in OT.
Well, they're going to run this ball to the left, put it right in front of the uprights, and put Del Greco in the game to win this one.
And there it is, left side, Lorenzo White. And now cuts back. Warren Moon trying to throw a block. Lorenzo White's inside the 5.
We've talked about the fatigue factor of the Cowboys, and that's what hurts them here. The reverse of the field by Lorenzo White, and the Cowboys just don't have anything left to pursue him. Not exactly how Kevin Gilbride would draw it up, but he's got to love the results.
Houston with a timeout. They've got one left. They have the ball at the Dallas 3. That's how much time's left in overtime.
Well, you're looking at Kevin Gilbride there with the headset on next to Jack Pardee. And as Warren Moon comes over, you're seeing one happy coordinator and one real confident one because of the guy that's got the trigger, and that's Warren Moon. He knows that he can tell Warren just about anything. Warren has seen it. Warren has experienced it. And the play that will be called, Warren will take care of the ball and make sure it's executed properly.
They've executed to the tune of 585 yards of offense today.
And you're almost wondering if they want to take one more shot, that they may not trust their field goal kicker, whoever he may be.
Warren Moon back to the Oiler huddle. It is 1st and goal, Houston at the Dallas 3-yard line.
Well, they like the double cut to the inside receivers. They've thrown it about 3 times today in this situation.
Lorenzo White has a 4-yard touchdown run to his credit today. He's the single setback. And a ball is loose.
He got it back, though. Almost missed the handoff.
Oh, brother.
He lost his hat, but he got the most important thing, and that's the ball. Almost a missed handoff by Moon and White. Watch as Moon comes out. Ball is a little bit high, and last week against the Redskins, Lorenzo fumbled on a very similar type of play. Ball is handed off too high. Lorenzo's just running away from Moon, and he takes a shot right in the forehead after his helmet is gone. But I tell you what, that would have hurt a whole heck of a lot more if he didn't recover that fumble.
Del Greco counting his chances, his yards, and his blessings. He missed a 41-yarder earlier that would have won it for Houston, or at least put them in front by 3 in the waning moments of regulation. He's back on the field now. This is the longest football game for the Oilers since 1979, and Tony Fisher, you talked about earlier, ended that one.
And we got to remind people that about 7, 8, 9 hours ago when we started this thing, the Cowboys blocked 2 punts in a row. So they obviously have something up their sleeve. Avezzano has the entire field goal blocking team over on the sidelines, and they're mapping their strategy.
And now the Cowboys have taken a timeout. We'll take a break. 32 seconds to go in OT. Looks on his kicker, trying not to look at anything except the path where the snap, the hold, and his kick will be. The Oilers have never beaten Dallas here in the Astrodome. They have gone to 32 seconds remaining in overtime to try to do it now.
Well, and when they go to expansion in the National Football League, they got to find a way to capture this excitement by having these type of situations, these natural rivalries, play every year.
A 23-yard field goal attempt by Al Del Greco. He told us before the game, I thought this week I was going to have to find a real job. He's got one now.
Perfect snap by Bruce Matthews. Perfect hold by Montgomery. And Del Greco sends everybody home happy.
Never a doubt from 23 right through the middle. He hit from 52. He hit from 19. He hit from 22. And he says that 23-yarder will do just fine. The Oilers win it in overtime. What a game we've had. That's going to do it. For Dan Fouts, I'm Brad Nessler.